Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to do a quick journal flip through. I am holding the camera, so if it does get a little bit shaky, I do apologize. I do have a new phone, so I'm hoping that the footage and quality is a lot better than my other videos. So today, this journal here, I'm going to go through just some of it. So I started this journal on the 20th of March of 2018, and I finished it on the 31st of May 2018. So it took me just over probably 10 weeks to complete the journal. And this journal I did get from Kmart. I'm not really a big fan of like journals that have this type of cover, like the material, because it gets dirty so easily. So I just stuck a journal card here, and I didn't do anything here, as you can see. So in this journal here, I started doing my layouts a lot different to what I was doing before. So this day here, 20th of March, is when I started, which was my daughter's birthday. And we pretty much went shopping after she got home from school. We went to Silly Solly's, which is like a shop that's like $5 or under, which is really good. It's kind of like a discount store. They used to have Silly Solly's, I'm pretty sure, years ago. So I'm really glad they brought it back. And we were also experiencing flash flooding and localized flooding at this time of the year, as I live in Cairns in far north Queensland. So during November to April, it's pretty much wet season, cyclone season. So we did have a pretty good wet season back in 2018. We had a lot of severe thunderstorms and all of that kind of stuff, and a lot of flooding as well, and a couple of cyclones that formed on the coast, but it only affected us rain-wise than anything else. So this page here, I used a lot of washi tape and a lot of die cuts. So on the 21st of March, didn't really do too much. Pretty much went back to Silly Solly's to replace a few things that my daughter bought for her birthday. Again, using die cuts and a lot of washi tape. 22nd of March, pretty much had so much rain, especially overnight. There was also a track map available for the tropical low that was hanging around in the Gulf of Carpentaria, and I think that ended up being tropical cyclone. Oh god, I can't even remember the name now. We'll come across it soon. So pretty much we had that low hanging around, and also we moved into our new place that we're in now. I think it was Australia Day 2018, and a weird thing, we ended up moving next door to a lady who was suffering from mental illness, and I'm talking like, I know mental illness is so real, and everything that kind of comes with that, but I don't think that she was being medicated properly or at all, and some weird things started happening. Like, we would end up having things left at our doorstep, like apples and flowers and fruit, all kinds of stuff, and we had no idea where it was coming from. So yeah, figured out that it was the lady next door, and we did have a lot of trouble with her as well, because she was just a little obsessive of coming to our place all the time, leaving things, and a whole big thing had occurred which you'll probably hear about later on. So anyway, enough about that. On this layout here, I pretty much was talking about a lot of my holidays that I had when I was young. Just sometimes I didn't really have much to write about, so I pretty much just started writing about what I remembered, like when I was young. So I was kind of flashbacking to that and just writing down all my memories. Yeah, pretty much writing how things have changed since I was a kid, because my kids, they're always like on, technology, and like back when I was young, that wasn't what I was doing. Always outside playing, riding my bike around, or if I wasn't outside, I was inside writing my diary and, all those little girl things that you do. So here again, just using die cuts and washi tape, and I was experimenting with some new pens. So these are like new colored pens that I got. The brand is Pilot Lolpop, and I got them in various colors. I'm also trying the Zebra Sarasa, I think it's called, clip pens, which are really good gel pens as well. Definitely recommend those. So pretty much I was just writing in those pens, and also I was using some gel pens that were like pastel color. I can't remember the brand though, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, moving on. So I used die cuts again and some stickers, washi tape, and here I just did a bit of scrapbooking paper, and I stuck down a journal card. So I'm trying to use up a lot of my stash that I have, because I do have a lot I need to get through. So basically, I right now haven't really been buying that much, although over Christmas I was gifted a lot of crafting journaling supplies from workmates and everything. So I've got to kind of use up my stash that I have right now and limit myself to buying new supplies. So what are we up to? So the 23rd of March, so it was a Friday obviously, and I've written down some notes. So I had a really bad migraine that day, and my son was going to laser tag that night with his mate, and Cyclone Nora formed and was already Cat 3, so she was already Category 2, and could possibly increase to Cat 4 before making landfall on the west coast of Queensland. And 24th of March, pretty much we had a lot of rain. It just pissed down majorly. We ended up with around I think 70 to 150 mil of rain, and I think a lot of it was to do with Tropical Cyclone Nora, and she was going to make landfall sooner than expected. We also got flash flooding in and around Cairns, so the Rusty markets closed pretty much at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon because of flash flooding. Grafton Street got flooded, and Palm Cove also got flooded, and the Coranda Range was closed. Every time we get a lot of rain, Coranda Range will always shut down, just because of landslides and boulders falling onto the road. What do we got here? The 25th of March, not too much happened. I think I wrote a lot about Tropical Cyclone Nora, all the rain that we got, which was a lot of rain. So yeah, like I said, we had an awesome wet season. So the 26th was which was a Monday. So I drove the kids to school, and I didn't realize that we had bolt tires on the back of the car. So I went when I was driving, and because I was driving like super slow in the wet anyway, I ended up kind of not losing it, but just we did a little slide on the road, and it freaked me out, even though we were doing like probably 10k an hour. Literally, the kids probably could have gotten out of the car and like walked alongside me while I freaked out. But that's how slow we were going, but it still freaked me out big time. That from there on, I pretty much had anxiety every time the roads were wet, because I was just kind of panicking that it was going to happen again and I might have an accident, or lose control of the car in the wet. But that same day, my partner pretty much went down and got new tires for the back of the car. And even though it kind of made me feel a little bit more better, it really didn't help when I hopped in the driver's seat to, get in the car and drive when the road was wet. I was still freaking out big time. And I've never experienced like anxiety until then. And I mean, it was crazy. So, but I had to get in the car, I had to drive. So, pretty much on the 26th, it rained overnight massively. Glenoma Park was flooding really, really bad. The cane fields were super, super flooded, and the roads were just wet. And what else happened? We got a severe weather warning issued for heavy rainfall and flash flooding, and a flooding warning was issued as well, and reports of landslides around Cairns area. Heavy rainfall fell from about 9 p.m. that night, and it pissed down rain all night, and the Tablelands copped it big time than actually we did. And I knew straight away because I checked on the rain radar that we have on our Bureau of Meteorology website, which we call BOM here in Australia. So they've got a rain radar, and pretty much I saw that there was so much rain falling on the Tablelands that when that happens, we have rain pretty much in our creeks and rivers. They go up so fast and they swell the creeks and rivers so bad, and we were already like the grounds were already saturated. We had received so much rain that the next morning we ended up with major flooding. So as you can see here, I just did not very much decorative, but trying to keep it nice anyway, because this journal here is a lot smaller than what I was used to working in. But anyway, on this day here, I tried using some like metallic gel pens. So I don't know if you can see that, but some major flooding across Cairns. So I wondered why the highway was super quiet for that day when I was dropping the kids off to school. And it turned out that pretty much, as I was saying, the Tablelands copped so much rain that our rivers and creeks went, the rain was that bad that flash flooding occurred, and a particular caravan park flooded so fast unexpectedly that people were floating in their caravans and they were screaming for help, and there was nothing that anyone could do. It was so bad. People's cars were floating as well, and I think the SES weren't able to get out there because this occurred on, what was it? on Monday night. So it happened around 10 p.m. Monday night, and SES couldn't get out there until about midnight to do rescues. So that would have been a really scary experience for everyone who was staying at the caravan park. And yeah, like we had an awesome lightning show that night as well on Monday night. We ended up getting a lot of severe thunderstorms as well. And that was all due to, I think then, ex-tropical cyclone Nora, which I'm pretty sure she crossed the coast. I can't quite remember, but it was pretty dramatic anyway, and it was all over the news, national news. It was something that was unexpected that occurred, and I'm not sure how it happened. I mean, like, I know that it was so much rain and everything, but I'm not sure whether it had something to do with the dam as well, maybe going over its capacity. So I can't remember like the full details. So what do we got here? The 28th of March. Pretty much I was searching the internet for some inspiration for journaling because I was getting a little bit uncreative. I didn't have that creativity inside of me, so I started searching for new inspiration on YouTube, which I normally do every now and again. Ex-tropical cyclone. I can't remember what this one was called again. Was in the Coral Sea, and the Bureau was predicting that it was going to make a U-turn and head northwestwards towards the North Tropical Coast. So as if we hadn't received enough rain, another ex-tropical cyclone comes along. So and also that day we watched Star Wars The Last Jedi, Daddy's Home 2, and Thor, the new one. There were so many movies that I wanted to borrow. Also, I read in the Cairns Post that sandbags were going to be available to local residents from tomorrow. So from the 30th of March, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, as that meant we were going to get a crap load of rain. And school holidays had started. I used up my nice tropical holiday type die cuts in here, and I love this washi tape. So nice. And I'll just go up to the 1st of April, or no, I'll leave it till the 31st of March. So we did a day trip to my parents' place. I used a lot of die cuts again, and I'm liking all the different colours that I'm using with the pens as well. Stuck in some journal cards and wrote on the back of some as well. So I don't know, I think they call these tip-ins or whatever. So I did that, keeping it tropical again with the flamingos. Did the same thing again with this, just using scrapbook paper and then sticking a journal card on top, just being different. And the 31st of March, so I'll just leave it here, using a lot of nice die cuts that I had, some stickers as well on there. They're kind of like, I don't know what they call those stickers. But anyway, I ended up using, I kind of went with a theme that was, food, sweets sort of theme. And I love this washi tape down here. So that was the washi tape that I used, which I think I'm short of. So I may have to get some from AliExpress again. But pretty much I just checked on our supplies for if a cyclone occurred, just making sure that we've got tin food on hand. And yeah, we were expecting around 90 to 120 mil of rain in the following week. So yeah, so that's the 1st of April there. So I'll just leave it here because this is like the longest video that I've done on my YouTube channel. So I'll leave it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this flip through. Sorry about that. I'm getting tongue tied. So yeah, I finished this journal. What did I say? I think the 31st of May. So I didn't glue the pages together or anything like that. But it stayed together quite well, which my other journals that I've been using have been falling apart. But I guess you could say that's just love. You know, when it starts falling apart, shows how much someone loved their journal. But I've got so many journal flip throughs to get through, so I'm hoping I could make a few more videos today and upload them during the week. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye now.